Imagine the deep frustration of finally falling into a peaceful sleep only to be suddenly awakened by your own bladder. You open your eyes in the dark and realize you have to make that exhausting trip to the bathroom once again. For millions of older adults over the age of 60, this is not just a minor inconvenience, but a nightly nightmare. Waking up 3 or 4 times a night completely shatters your sleep cycle and leaves you totally drained the next morning. Worse than that, stumbling through the dark drastically increases your risk of fatal falls and severe bone fractures. Most doctors will just tell you that this is a normal part of aging and you simply have to live with it. But today we are going directly straight to the point to expose a massive misconception about your nighttime urination. The absolute truth is that your problem is not always a failing bladder or a medical disease. It is actually about a catastrophic mistake you are making in the exact way and timing of your daily water intake. By making one simple shift in your drinking strategy, you can reclaim your sleep and wake up completely refreshed. To fix this exhausting problem, we first need to understand the biology of your aging kidneys. When we are young, our brains produce high levels of a special chemical called the antidiuretic hormone during the night. This vital hormone acts as a smart messenger that tells your kidneys to slow down urine production while you sleep. But as you cross your 50th and 60th birthdays, the production of this nighttime hormone drops significantly. Because of this drop, your aging kidneys continue to filter blood and produce large amounts of urine even at midnight. If you add incorrect drinking habits to this biological decline, you are literally setting an alarm clock inside your bladder. The biggest mistake older adults make is what we call the late hydration trap. Many seniors forget to drink water during the busy daytime hours because their natural sense of thirst diminishes with age. Then when evening arrives, they suddenly realize they are dehydrated and start chugging large glasses of water. Drinking heavily right before bed guarantees that you will wake up exactly 2 or 3 hours later to empty that fluid. So what is the correct and scientific method to hydrate your body without ruining your precious nighttime rest? The golden rule of senior hydration is to front-load your water intake early in the day. This means the absolute best time to drink the majority of your daily water is between the moment you wake up and the late afternoon. Start your morning immediately by drinking 1 or 2 full glasses of room temperature water right after leaving your bed. This morning flush wakes up your digestive system, cleanses the kidneys, and replaces the moisture you lost while breathing at night. Throughout the morning and early afternoon, you should adopt the continuous sipping method rather than drinking huge amounts at once. Keep a water bottle next to you and take 1 small sip every 15 minutes. This slow and steady intake allows your cells to absorb the moisture perfectly without overwhelming your bloodstream. When you overwhelm your blood with 3 glasses of water in 1 minute, the kidneys immediately panic and expel it as clear urine. But slow sipping ensures that the water actually hydrates your deep tissues instead of just passing straight through to your bladder. Now we arrive at the most critical rule for preserving your sleep, which is the hard evening cutoff. You must establish a strict boundary and stop drinking any heavy fluids exactly 3 to 4 hours before your bedtime. If your goal is to sleep by 10 at night, then your last significant glass of water should be consumed around 6 in the evening. After this cutoff time, you are only allowed to take tiny sips of water if your mouth feels unbearably dry. You must also be extremely careful about hidden water that sneaks into your body through your dinner plate. Eating water-rich fruits like watermelon, grapes, or oranges late at night is exactly the same as drinking a huge bottle of water. The same warning applies to eating a large bowl of liquid soup right before you go to sleep. Your body will digest these foods, extract the heavy water content, and send it straight to your bladder in the middle of the night. There's another massive biological secret that causes nighttime urination, which most people completely ignore. Take a look at your ankles and lower legs right now, especially if you have been sitting or standing all day long. Do you notice any mild swelling or puffiness around your socks? As your heart gets older, it pumps blood a little less efficiently, causing fluids to pool down in your lower legs due to gravity. When you finally lie down flat in your bed at night, gravity is no longer pulling those fluids down. All that trapped water in your legs suddenly rushes back into your bloodstream and travels directly to your kidneys. Your kidneys process this sudden flood of fluid and fill your bladder rapidly, forcing you to wake up at 2 in the morning. To prevent this hidden trap, you must use the leg elevation technique during the late afternoon, exactly 2 or 3 hours before your water cut-off time. Sit on a comfortable chair and elevate your legs above the level of your heart. Keep them elevated for 30 to 45 minutes to allow all that trapped fluid to drain back into your blood. Because you are doing this while still awake, your kidneys will process the fluid and you will urinate it out before you even get into bed. Another crucial factor to consider is the actual temperature of the water you are drinking throughout the day. Many people love to drink ice-cold water straight from the refrigerator, especially during the hot summer months. However, for older adults with sensitive digestive systems and irritable bladders, ice-cold water can be a massive shock. Cold temperatures cause the smooth muscles inside your urinary tract to spasm and contract suddenly. This sudden spasm sends a false and urgent signal to your brain that you need to urinate immediately. Always choose room temperature water or slightly warm water to keep your internal organs relaxed and functioning smoothly. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the catastrophic impact of salt on your nighttime bathroom habits. If your evening meal is packed with hidden sodium from processed foods, canned soups, or fast food, your body will immediately panic and demand water to dilute that toxic salt concentration in your blood. This creates an intense and artificial feeling of extreme thirst right before bedtime, forcing you to break the hydration rules. Even worse, high salt intake naturally causes your body to retain fluids, which your kidneys will stubbornly try to process while you sleep. You must strictly limit your sodium intake during dinner and flavor your food with natural herbs and spices instead. We also need to issue a very strict warning about the specific types of liquids you are putting into your aging body. You must completely banish any hidden diuretics from your afternoon and evening routines. A diuretic is any substance that chemically forces your kidneys to aggressively pull water out of your blood and into your bladder. The most famous and dangerous culprits are caffeine and alcohol. Drinking a cup of black tea or coffee after 4 in the afternoon is a direct sabotage to your sleep architecture. Even green tea, which is marketed as a healthy drink, contains enough caffeine to overstimulate your aging bladder. These beverages irritate the sensitive lining of the bladder muscle, causing it to contract violently even when it is only half full. If you crave a warm drink in the evening, you must switch exclusively to naturally caffeine-free herbal teas like chamomile. Chamomile not only spares your bladder, but also contains natural calming compounds that prepare your brain for a deep sleep. Lastly, you should practice what urologists call the double voiding technique right before you turn off the bedroom lights. As the bladder ages, its muscle walls become slightly weaker and lose their elastic strength. When you go to the bathroom right before bed, you might think you have emptied your bladder completely. But in reality, a small amount of residual urine is often left behind, which will quickly multiply and wake you up later. To use the double voiding technique, go to the bathroom and urinate normally. Then walk around your bedroom for exactly 2 or 3 minutes, brush your teeth, and relax. After those few minutes, go back to the bathroom and try to urinate a second time. You will be absolutely shocked to see how much extra fluid comes out during this second attempt. By completely emptying the tank before sleep, you are buying yourself hours of uninterrupted and peaceful rest. Finally, we must address the medical aspect for older adults who take daily prescription pills. If your cardiologist has prescribed a medical diuretic, which is commonly known as a water pill, for your high blood pressure, you must pay extremely close attention to the exact time of day you swallow this medication. Taking a water pill in the late afternoon or evening is a guaranteed recipe for a sleepless and miserable night. You must always take these specific medications early in the morning, immediately after your first meal, unless your doctor strictly says otherwise. This gives the drug 10 to 12 hours to flush the excess fluid out of your system while you are actively awake and moving around. By making these simple yet highly scientific adjustments to your daily routine, you are taking back the control of your own body. You are no longer a victim of a biological misunderstanding. You will dramatically reduce those dangerous nighttime trips to the bathroom by up to 80%. Your energy levels will skyrocket the next day because your brain finally experienced an unbroken cycle of deep, restorative sleep. Implement this new hydration protocol starting today and watch how your overall health and mood transform completely. May God bless you with uninterrupted rest, vibrant health, and peaceful nights for the rest of your long lives.